Hello, my name is Elizabeth Nagel and I'm a Visual Information Specialist with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. And today I have the pleasure to share with all of you an ongoing environmental concern, which is the buildup of trash in the northwestern Pacific portion of the ocean. And this is known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to be going through giving context to what the garbage patch is. I will then be addressing specific associations of environmental concern and impact of the garbage patch, and in closing, I will be offering an innovative solution in cleaning up the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. When you hear the term Great Pacific Garbage Patch, you might be inclined to think of a visual such as this one. However, this is not accurate, as most of the garbage in the Pacific Garbage Patch is actually composed of these small pieces of plastic known as microplastics. And what these microplastics are the result of the breakdown of larger pieces of plastic into smaller and smaller pieces, because plastic never truly disintegrates. Another misconception is about the size of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Most online sources will tell you that the garbage patch is twice the size of Texas or nearly twice the size of the continental US. However, I can tell you that this is also not true. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is actually composed, as you can see here, of two distinct garbage patches. And what makes it impossible to estimate the size and scope of the garbage patch is what you can see here, these gyres. And what they are wind vortexes that push around the trash and make it impossible to really truly get a good idea of where and how much there is. Next, I'm going to shift gears and focus on the impacts, especially on the wildlife, marine ecology. Starting with primary producers, phytoplankton and algae, these primary producers are experiencing jeopardized populations because they can not compete with trash for sunlight. And what's happening is that they are no longer able to produce the nutrients that they need, and so are dying off. And in effect, this jeopardizes also the livelihood of other higher order animals to meet their needs. As you can see in this picture, and also in the following, these two animals both have made the mistake of confusing garbage with food. This albatross here has died either of starvation or because of organ damage due to ingested garbage. And this turtle here has probably mistaken this plastic filament to be one of its favorite foods, which could be jellyfish. And so despite all this disheartening conversation about the negative effects of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, I'd like to offer an innovative solution that has been proposed by our hero, Boyan Slat, who at the age of 19 actually innovated what is known as the Ocean Cleanup Array. And what this Ocean Cleanup Array consists of is actually a 64-mile long anchored barrier that captures plastic using the natural circulation of the ocean. And as you can see in this picture, it's in the shape of the V, and it drives the plastic inward, at which point it is captured by this platform in the middle that you can see, which concentrates it and stores it for further transport. So, in closing, we've gone over the context of what the Great Garbage Patch is. We've also looked at some of the environmental impacts that are being affected by the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and we've also offered an innovative solution which has been deemed highly successful by the scientific community. I'd like to thank you all for your time, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at my email. Thank you.